The more mileage you get from a car, the better. Most SUVs average under 200,000 miles, but a few exceptions can cross over 200,000 to 250,000 miles, and I'll share them with you. One research by iCars.com, which will form the basis of my video, shows that Toyota dominates the most reliable cars with at least 4 of the top 10 models. Toyota also dominates other car categories outside SUVs, including the minivan, compact cars, and pickup trucks. So if you plan to buy a Toyota, watch out for the ones that will make my list. Here we go. In number 10, Toyota RAV4. Since pioneering as a small car-styled SUV design in the mid-1990s, the Toyota RAV4 has consistently wowed the SUV market. Each year, the RAV4 gets more impressive in appearance and specs. But that's not the only thing to impress you. You must be impressed by its ability to reach 250,000 miles and not just 200,000 miles. According to iCars.com, 18.1% of RAV4s can surpass 250 miles. That means a much higher percentage of getting 200,000 miles. Understandably, the Toyota RAV4 has an incredible build body that can withstand it all. Its body is ruggedly crafted to withstand off-road abuse and enjoys a more comfortable seating system. The RAV4's interior features the most flexible and comfiest seats, a rich infotainment setup, and many conveniences. In number 9, Ford Expedition. The modern Ford Expedition is one of the few SUVs which lives up to its name. This SUV has everything you want in your Expedition hauler. Most experts see it as the direct competition of the Chevrolet Suburban, and by looking at the two closely, it must be hard choosing between them. According to iCars.com, the Ford Expedition has a 19.9% chance of surpassing 250,000 miles. Unfortunately, the Suburban doesn't come close to that. With Ford Expedition, you have an SUV with the safest features, the most intelligent driver assistance technology, and the plushiest interior. Its infotainment is well ahead of its competitors, and you can count on its tough build to conquer the off-road. That's what an Expedition is all about. In number 8, GMC Yukon XL. According to iCars.com, 21.3% of GMC Yukon XLs can hit 250,000 miles and beyond. That means a much higher chance of reaching 200,000 miles and surpassing it. This iconic beast has everything you want in an SUV. Whether it is presence, space, comfort, toughness, or style, the GMC Yukon rarely disappoints. This car comes in a bold, beast-like appearance that announces its arrival from a distance. It's roomier, with an 8-passenger capacity and a voluminous cargo area. Its comfort is top-notch, and you can't help but get impressed by its V8 engine output. This SUV has unmatched towability, capable of pulling a camper van or boat. But even though such heavy lifting can reduce its mileage, the SUV can handle such tasks, and that's what matters. In number 7, Subaru Outback. The Outback is Subaru's most reliable SUV. And it doesn't surprise why this SUV comes with a standard all-wheel drive configuration, offering a better and more powerful option than a traditional one. The Outback is not highly priced, but has several provisions that may make you assume that it is. For example, it has one of the most feature-rich and highly refined interiors, with a touch-friendly infotainment system and temperature control. There are touches of elegance everywhere, from the dashboard to the seats, and the SUV enjoys a smooth ride even in rugged conditions. So whether you are looking for an option for a weekend adventure or daily commuters, you can't go wrong with the Outback. According to iCars.com, 22.3% of Outbacks can hit 250,000 miles, which is impressive. In number 6, Honda CR-V. It's hard to overlook the Honda CR-V when looking for the most reliable SUV. After all, this iconic SUV is usually mentioned in the same wavelength as the RAV4. However, the CR-V ranks slightly higher than the RAV4 in this case. According to iCars.com, 27.5% of Honda CR-V models surpass 250,000 miles, which means more are likely to reach 200,000 miles. justifiably. Honda CR-V is amongst the most formidable compact SUV you'll set your eyes on. The car's compact size makes it stress-free to navigate, and its tough construction allows it to withstand all the abuse. The CR-V may be a small SUV, but it's pretty roomy interiorly. You can fit up to 5 grown-ups comfortably. It is fuel economical, averaging 28 miles per gallon, and has a decent 1.5-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine whose output is 190 horsepower. While other cars fail in the electronics sector, the Honda CR-V always proves value for money. Wait a minute. I know you're enjoying this video. What about you give me a thumbs up by liking it? Then subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates on our latest epic videos. Let's continue. In number 5, Acura MDX. The Acura MDX has been synonymous with the American suburban community for a long time, mainly due to its reliability. According to iCars.com, the Acura MDX has a 29.2% chance of surpassing 250,000 miles. iCars.com argues that the car is 1.9 times likely to reach 250,000 miles, which is impressive. This American darling has so many things to offer that you may mistake it for a costly luxury SUV. For example, the SUV has a plushy, well-refined interior that mirrors a top-tier luxury SUV. It is feature-rich, highly comfortable to ride on long distances, and can even take on the off-road. So, if you want a classy but affordable SUV to rock the next decade, you can't go wrong with the Acura MDX. In number 4, Toyota 4Runner. If you're looking for an almost timeless SUV, look no further than the Toyota 4Runner. While most mid-size SUVs are shifting to a more car-based architecture, the 4Runner sticks with its old-school rugged body on-frame construction. So, this SUV is out of the off-ride, and you can expect to take it all, crash everything and dominate. According to iCars.com, 41% of 4Runners can hit 250,000 miles and beyond, which makes the 200,000 miles benchmark attainable by a larger percentage of this model. While some complain of a clumsy handling experience and electrical system faults, the 4Runner rarely disappoints. Its reliability score is high because of its tough exterior and interior build. This car is the perfect choice for SUV fans with an active lifestyle who want to make every second count as they explore what Mother Nature has to offer. In number 3, Honda Pilot. The Honda Pilot is the most reliable car in the Honda family, according to iCars.com. This mid-size SUV has a 42.7% chance of surpassing 250,000 miles, which means an even greater chance of going beyond 200,000 miles. While the Pilot doesn't promise as much excitement as the Acura MDX, Toyota RAV4 or GMC Yukon XL, it promises versatility, comfort, and a functional interior. In terms of comfort, this minivan-like SUV is roomy enough for 8 people and features spacious and flexible seats for the long ride. In terms of versatility, you can turn this SUV into your family car, road trip explorer, or your daily commuter, depending on what you want. While speaking of a functional interior, you can access a fantastic infotainment setup, climate control, and conveniences like cabin storage, rear view camera, and charging points. In number 2, Toyota Sequoia. The Toyota Sequoia is one of the few SUV models that still look the same after a decade. Its style is almost timeless, which is a good thing, and with good maintenance, this car can last over 250,000 miles. iCars.com gives it an impressive 47.1%, so the percentage is higher if the benchmark is only 200,000 miles. This 8-seat full-size SUV is arguably Toyota's biggest SUV, which means you expect a tough build, and that's what you get. Its Tundra body-on-frame architecture is one of the toughest I know, explaining why you can still find some of its second and third generations since debuting in 2000s. So while we expect a newly designed Toyota Sequoia in the coming months, we expect nothing to change regarding reliability and performance. The Sequoia will continue to crush everything on its path and set the market ablaze. In number 1, Toyota Land Cruiser. The Toyota Land Cruiser has rocked the market for over 5 decades, coming in different generations. So it doesn't surprise me to see it occupying position 1. The Land Cruiser is often a safe bet for those looking for a go-anywhere or crash-everything sort of car. With good maintenance, this SUV has a 47.9% chance of going past 250,000 miles according to iCars.com. That makes it 3.2 times more likely to hit the milestone than an average SUV. Understandably, that's due to its high horsepower engine, almost indestructible body, and carefully crafted interior. Of course, there have been a few NHTSA recalls such as in 2019 concerning fuel leaks, defective seatbelts, and inactive airbags. Overall, the iconic cruiser rarely disappoints. It continues to wow the SUV world with its plush, refined interior, assertive exterior, and off-road capability. Now you know what brands and car models dominate the reliability market. If you are looking for SUVs that can last you over 200,000 miles, these are the options. Here is another interesting video on SUVs that can last over 300,000 miles that you love. See you there.